A special thank you to each of our subscribers who make this channel possible. Here's today's story. In a significant political shakeup in South Korea, acting leader Deputy Prime Minister Choi Sang-mok has accepted the resignation of Park Jong-joon, the chief of the Presidential Security Service. This decision comes in light of Park's impending police questioning regarding his agency's interference with law enforcement efforts to detain impeached President Yoon Suk-yeol. The situation escalated last week when Park's forces blocked police and anti-corruption investigators from accessing Yoon's official residence, where he has been largely confined for weeks. The political landscape has become increasingly fraught, with the Corruption Investigation Office for high-ranking officials and police planning a renewed attempt to apprehend Yoon, who is under investigation for a controversial martial law declaration made on December 3rd, which some critics have labeled as an attempted rebellion. Deputy Prime Minister Choi expressed regret over the violent clashes that have occurred between law enforcement and the Presidential Security Service and called for a bipartisan agreement among lawmakers to initiate an independent investigation. The government has been deliberating to find a wise solution, but unfortunately, within our current legal framework, it's difficult to find a clear resolution to end the conflict between the two agencies, Choi stated. He urged both the ruling and opposition parties to collaborate on a bill that would allow for a special prosecutor's investigation, free from constitutional issues, to help alleviate the ongoing standoff. The main opposition party, the Democratic Party, has accused Choi of enabling Yoon's defiance against a court-issued warrant under the guise of neutrality. Lawmaker No Jong-yeon voiced strong criticism, labeling Choi's stance as a public endorsement of a rebellion leader. In response to the escalating tensions, the Democrats and other opposition factions introduced a new bill aimed at establishing an independent investigation into the allegations against Yoon, following the failure of a previous proposal that was blocked by Yoon's Conservative Party. Park Jong-joon, who has faced allegations of obstructing justice, ignored two summonses before ultimately appearing for questioning. He has publicly defended his actions, asserting that his primary responsibility is to protect the president. Park cautioned that any aggressive attempts to detain Yoon could lead to bloodshed, as critics have accused the Presidential Security Service of acting like a private militia for the embattled president. Meanwhile, the Anti-Corruption Office and police have vowed to make a more forceful attempt to detain Yoon, indicating that members of the presidential security staff could face arrest if they obstruct law enforcement efforts. Yoon's situation has become increasingly precarious. Following his brief martial law declaration, which was swiftly overturned by lawmakers, he was impeached on December 14th by the opposition-dominated assembly, which accused him of rebellion. His fate now lies in the hands of the Constitutional Court, which is set to deliberate whether to formally remove him from office or reinstate him. A new warrant for Yoon's arrest was issued by a Seoul court, but details regarding its validity remain undisclosed. As Park arrived for questioning, he reiterated his concerns regarding the potential for violence between government agencies. Many citizens are surely deeply concerned about the possible conflict and confrontation between government agencies, he said. Park has also reached out to Choi, urging him to find a peaceful resolution to the standoff with law enforcement, emphasizing the need to avoid any physical confrontations. The political crisis continues to unfold in South Korea, as the nation watches closely to see how the situation will develop in the coming days. The resignation of Park Jong-joon marks a pivotal moment in this ongoing saga, and the implications for President Yoon's future and the stability of the government remain uncertain. As tensions rise, the call for an independent investigation grows louder, and the path forward for South Korea's leadership becomes increasingly complicated. That's all for this story. We upload videos every day covering many different subjects, so hit that subscribe button to stay informed. Thanks for watching.